it's Nisha here, or Grad Med Girl, and I'm just doing a quick little end of term wrap up video. Can't believe how fast this term has gone by. It's been a whirlwind. I know Cambridge terms are short, there are only 8 weeks, but it's just gone by like that, so fast. So we finished our first term of preclinical, and now as a graduate medic I've got a week in hospital, then a week of online stuff because COVID. It was meant to be 2 weeks in hospital, alas not. And then in January I have 1 week of GP. So how was first term? Like I said, it went by really fast, and they really do be packing everything they can in that first term. It's very sciencey, as I should know, as I expected, but there are parts where they do try and apply what you've learnt to real life clinical, and that stuff is super interesting, but I have noticed that I've been finding it a bit difficult to get really enthusiastic about it, just because I'm just tired from like learning all the theory stuff. But I'm glad that that's there to kind of like pull it all together and bring it back to what we're actually hoping to do in the future. I've realised that the way that I'm working is not going to be sustainable for the future. And they've told us that like you're in a really good position as a graduate medic because you know like what studying style works for you, and that'll be really helpful, which is true. I do know what studying style works for me, but I've also come to realise that it's just not going to work over here. There's just too much to do. To put it into context, what I do is I will have the lecture and then I'll write up that lecture using the lecture notes, using the lecture slides that I've scribbled on, and then like researching as well. But with the amount of stuff that we have, it's too long a process, and I've been working really long hours trying to do everything. Luckily I've managed to do everything. I'm resting happy in the fact for over Christmas that I don't have any lectures to catch up on apart from one that I plan on listening to this weekend, and that's a subject I enjoy, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, at least I'm not behind on any lectures, but I realise that I've had to do a lot to make that happen, and it's just not going to be sustainable. So my plan is over Christmas to test out like flashcards and make flashcards from my notes, and then if that works I will try and translate that into making flashcards directly from listening to lectures and using the lecture notes in the first place to kind of hopefully condense the process and make it quicker and give me something really good to revise from. But let's see how it goes. Just got to try these things, I think. I'm happy that I've set myself up well to be able to do that, and it's a good thing as well because I found out quite last minute that we have mocks in January, which is super fun. But yeah, I'm not going to ruin my brain over Christmas. I'm really trying to make a deal and a promise with myself that I'm not going to overwork myself. I think this break is really important to reset and recharge. And I'm going to use it as an opportunity to kind of consolidate the foundational understanding of what they've taught us and really try to not go into like the itty bitty details that you can learn, but ultimately you've got, I think understanding is the most important. And whilst I could explain something that happened last week to you, probably, she says that might be a bit ambitious at this point, I definitely couldn't explain to you something that I knew in first week. So yeah, just making sure I have that understanding, be able to speak it out loud. I think that's going to be my focus over Christmas. And hopefully that will set me up well for the final exams. Yeah, I'm feeling optimistic for the Christmas holidays. And just hopefully I'll be able to really get it into my head and stop it falling out again, because I feel like my brain, especially in the last 2 weeks of term, just got really saturated and I wasn't performing how I was at the beginning of term. So yeah, just making sure not burning out, keeping it sustainable, and yeah, hopefully keeping this positivity that I'm feeling right now. Super excited about clinical, really hoping it'll bring back home why I'm doing all this. Really excited about my stethoscope. I'll see if I can put a little picture in. I love the colours. It's just very me. So yeah, I mean, I still need to learn how to use it properly. But yeah, clinical, great, really excited for that. And yeah, thank you for listening to this. I'm not really sure if anyone's interested in this kind of thing about like my life, like who really cares. So hopefully in my next video I'll come back with something a little bit more helpful. Let me know if there's anything you'd find particularly helpful. Potentially something about interviews maybe, because I know I've done a video on that, but things might have changed. Let me know if that would be helpful. Otherwise, yeah, have a happy, safe Christmas. Assume most people aren't doing anything because of this fantastic world situation that we find ourselves in, but hopefully we'll be getting back to some semblance of normality over the next few months. Fingers crossed. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't know what this was. Bye.